how Gujarat Titans flipped the script on Royal Challengers Bangalore after losing to them just a week ago. A look at how pace has become the name of the game more recently this IPL, and an appreciation segment for the second best wicket taker in the history of Indian Premier League. All of this in today's episode of the 23rd Yard Club Cricket Podcast. The last time these two sides met was less than a week ago, and a catch was put down at mid-wicket by Washington Sundar, which became a huge talking point. And according to some, the reason for Gujarat Titans' loss to Royal Challengers Bangalore. While I thought there were other factors that led to that defeat, the Titans looked to have come out all guns blazing on the field. And if there was one game in which the entire fielding probably needed to win the Player of the Match award, it was this. Gujarat Titans did not drop anything that came their way, and there were quite a few which could have been put down. They might have been more than half chances, but they were not quite straightforward either. At the center of this fielding excellence was Jason Holder, who actually won the Player of the Match award for both his fielding and his bowling, and he grabbed 3 catches. 2 of them came at that same mid-wicket area, the same spot where Kohli had been dropped of the very first ball in their previous meeting. This time around, Holder held everything, and when he was not doing that, he was busy picking up wickets. Some in the GT camp would be wondering, why wasn't he played right from the beginning? With Titans having tried out Glenn Phillips earlier, when you know that a Holder provides you with those 2 dimensions, batting and bowling, and he showed that he can field as well. While Holder got all the plaudits, and rightly so, obviously, the one bowler who deserves as much appreciation is Kagiso Rabada. I'd spoken very highly about Bhuvneshwar Archer and Rajasthan Royals' previous win against Punjab Kings, and that was despite his bowling figures beating 1 for 40 in 4 overs. In this match, GT versus RCB, Rabada went for 44 from his 4, but the one wicket that he did get was probably the most important one of Virat Kohli again. The player of the match in their reverse fixture, having scored 81 of 44. He looked to have started off in the same way, like he was about to make it 2 Man of the Match awards in 2 matches. In the very first over that Rabada bowled, the second of the innings, Kohli blew him away with 5 fours in a row. An insane mix of orthodoxy and power. The ball scooted away from his bat. The grass on the offside there is probably still burning from those sizzling drives. It would have been easy for Shubman Gill to take Rabada off after that and change things around, probably bring him back later, bring in a spinner like Manav Sutar. Instead, Rabada came in for his second over, and this time he adjusted his line quickly. From bowling on the off stump or even outside, he changed to middle leg. A leg side wide was followed by a length ball that got Kohli an edge before of the third, and the second legitimate ball, he sent down a bumper on the middle stump. He probably saw Kohli come down the pitch a fraction of a second before he actually sent down the ball, pulled his length back, and the batter ended up pulling it to the leg side. Gone, caught. A beautiful start to the innings, nipped in the bud by a bowler who has been consistently clocking in the range of 145 to 150 kmph this season. Not too different from Archer as well. Both Rabada and Archer now have 14 wickets in their kitty from 9 games this season. So that's another coincidence. And they've been breathing fire, bowling hostile spells in the power play when batters have tended to aim to get like a 75-80 kind of a start during the first 6 overs. There has been a freedom about the way they have bowled all tournament. They have let loose with their speeds, as I said. But more importantly, they have not had any issues finding their direction. They have looked supremely fit, and there has been no baggage, no international baggage coming into the tournament. And conditions that have been this batting friendly, they have really trebled batters regularly. To see the ball fly off the pitch when the Rabada-Archer combo has bowled, it's been quite a spectacle. Now, coming back to the game itself, RCB bowled out for 155 even before the 20 overs were up. But an insight into their thinking came from team mentor Dinesh Karthik in his in-match interview with the broadcaster, when he told them that he was happy for the batters to bat in this manner. And he said that if we want to err on the side of aggressive. And with that, there will come days like these when things might not go their way. Batters might flounder, and the rescue act, which they expect the later batsmen to bring about, might not happen either. But it is also a brand of cricket that has not only won RCB games over the last season and a half, they won the tournament as well, but it has also got them the bumps in the seat. Not that it needs a lot for that to happen when a team like RCB is in action. And even on a day like that, RCB showed that they can remain in the contest with their bowling. Well, Josh Hazelwood this time went for a few. It was former India pacer Bhuvneshwar Kumar who gave his side some hope with a 3-wicket haul. In a week where Rabada and Archer have used extreme pace to test out the batters, Bhuvi combined his 135 clicks with late movement to trouble them. Even in a losing cause, he bowled throughout the power play yet again, sent back Sudarshan packing with the one that swung away from him, Shubman Gill to one that was back of the length, and then Joss Butler with a late in-swinging Yorker. Those last two, Gill and Butler, were well thought of dismissals, having pulled the length back to Gill after he moved towards the ball, much like what was the case with Kohli. And he pitched one right up to Butler and on the middle and leg stump after having seen him move to the off stump regularly. The Bhuvi already has 2 purple caps to his name over his entire IPL career and now sits atop of that list again for this season with 17 wickets, gunning to become the only player in the history of IPL to win it 3 times. And he looks like the favorite as well. And if that stat is startling, here's another one. Bhuvi's economy rate this IPL season is 7.54, which is better than his career IPL economy of 7.68 in this day and age where runs have flowed like beer in a bachelor party. And while he's playing his home games at a high-scoring venue like M. Chinnaswamy and having celebrated his 36th birthday earlier this year, Bhuvi's bowling figures have actually become better and aged like fine wine. Indian T20 international team call up anyone? Well, that's it from me for this episode of the 23rd Yard Club Cricket Podcast. Bye-bye.